You got it. I like the way you guys are soloing. You're kind of soloing. You're like flying by the seat of your pants right now, which I like. I'm a big fan of that. You're just kind of playing, and that's great.
This isn't your everyday band class because, well, this isn't your everyday band teacher. He's Jeremy Davenport, a renowned trumpet player who has performed for important people all over the world, including the Queen of England. But on this day, he's at University City High School mentoring band students. Why? Because not long ago, he was one of them.
I do tons of interviews and they say, "Were you a band nerd?" And I go, "Well, actually at U-City, the cool guys were in the band and the nerds were on the football team." And that's kind of true, even though I hope none of the guys that were on the football team are watching this now. But
Davenport is a 1988 U-City graduate and is participating in the district's Returning Artists Series, a program where distinguished alumni return to the schools to work with students, something he was very happy to do.
People are always gracious with me, with their time, always. We're always one phone call away, and still are. Those people, when I was 12, that now I still talk to. And all I want to do is be able to give that same service back to them that all those people over the years gave to me.
Davenport's talents are no surprise. He grew up in a creative family. His father plays trombone in the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra, and his mother is a music teacher.
They were basically my first influence. I mean, it was crazy that this different stuff. I mean, my mom is definitely the person that's like, she would have Sly and the Family Stone, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, you know, the Jackson 5. She would, and she'd have Debussy and Mahler and classical records.
Davenport says that in every interview he's asked what it's like to grow up in a musical family. Well, I guess I wasn't being all that creative because that's one of the first questions I asked. He worked his answer into this performance at Jazz at the Bistro.
Okay, so transport yourself to my house in U-City on, say, 7:30 Tuesday morning, any given day of the week, but let's just pick a Tuesday. And I'm laying in my bed and I hear, son of a bitch! So then, and then you hear, Roger. So there you have it. That's it.
Despite his early morning wake-up calls, Davenport's father exposed him to a wide range of talents through the St. Louis Symphony. In 1982, Davenport met jazz and classical trumpet player Wynton Marsalis.
I was 12, and my dad took me out of school and took me down, and Wynton took a liking to me. And obviously that's why I'm back here now doing this, because with Wynton touched me just like I hope I touched some of those kids today and inspired me, you know. I'm going to play you something that more harmonically dictates the chord changes.
After Davenport graduated high school in '88, he moved to New York to attend the Manhattan School of Music. A year later, he met Harry Connick Jr. and was hired to play in his band. Performing with Connick wasn't just a great opportunity to play his trumpet. Davenport also discovered his voice.
I spent a lot of time with him, and he'd take me aside and we'd sing songs, and he'd be like, "Why don't you sing? Like, why don't you sing? You're crazy." And I was like, and he'd be like, "Man, you're stupid if you don't sing." So I started to do it professionally. I remember the first time I ever did it in public. I was 19, and I've never done a gig without singing. So I love it. To be you, wonderful you, it had to be you, wonderful you, it had to be you.
Since then, Davenport's career has flourished. He's performed 4 world tours with Harry Connick Jr.'s big band. In 1996, he recorded his first CD, the self-titled Jeremy Davenport, and released Maybe in a Dream in 1998.
Before I get started, folks, how about giving it up for Jeremy Davenport and the band.
He can be seen and heard on the Food Network, working opposite Emeril Lagasse on Emeril Live. Currently, Davenport is working on a third CD. He lives in New Orleans and performs regularly with his own band. And despite his own success, he still gets a little starstruck himself.
I'm playing my regular club in New Orleans at the Ritz-Carlton, and I look out in like the third table back, and I'm thinking, about 4 songs into my set, I'm thinking, you know, that guy looks like Paul McCartney. And then I'm like, no, you know, so then I keep singing, and then at one point I realized, you know what, it's Paul McCartney with his wife, his new wife, you know. So at the set break he calls me over, and he's by himself. It's just he and his wife, no security, nothing. And he takes my trumpet, and he proceeds to, he's like, you mind? And I'm thinking, God, I hope he brushed his teeth, you know. But so he picks up, he starts playing the Saints, and it was god awful. I mean, it was terrible, but it was cute. It was funny. And he goes, you know, my father played the trumpet. And I said, no, I don't know that. And he whispers in my ear, he goes, I have an idea. He goes, do you know that song, The Very Thought of You? And I said, yeah, it's like an old classic American love song. He goes, I want you to go up the next set. I want you to start playing on your trumpet. And I'm just going to come up behind you and take the mic and start singing it. And I was like, oh. He goes, you know it, right? And I go, yeah. And I go, what key do you do it in? And he goes, any key, just play it. I'll sing it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Paul McCartney. And so anyway, we went up, and he didn't want to be introduced or anything. So we played the song. I'll show you what we did. Just close your eyes. Act like I'm Paul McCartney. The very thought of you, and I forget to do the little ordinary things that everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream.
Oh, there he is. Davenport's photo hangs on a wall at University City High School, an honor he shares with other notable alums, such as Tennessee Williams, Bernard Gilkey, and Nellie. U-City is very dear to me, and I talk about it a lot, and I'm very proud of it. And I hope that people laugh about this. That music education kept me out of jail. 1, 2, 3, I think I tell the kids, and it sounds corny, really corny, but I'm corny. But I just say follow your dream, literally, because my dream, I'm realizing my dreams right now, and I have for about since I was 19 years old. I've done more. I mean, I've done things that I've never imagined. I've surpassed my wildest expectations, and it sounds corny, but it's so true. And so often I see people that they didn't even get to sniff their dream, and I'm living my dream. I hate to see the evening sun go down. I hate to see the evening sun go down. 'Cause my baby, she done left this town. If I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today, if I'm feeling tomorrow like I feel today, I'm gonna pack up my trumpet, and I'm gonna make my getaway.